Tell me you get your dog lots of things without telling me you get your dog lots of accessories. Alright, he's got shock collar, regular collar, a harness with a seat belt, because you should always put your dog in a seat belt, because we're going for an adventure. Look at that happy little guy. Look at that happy little guy.
Take the next right.
Alright, what is up, bros, bears, muscle mommies, and everything in between? As always, this is Patrick, full promo power top 50 powerlifter of all time. We are out in the Rockingham, Rockville something trail area. Buddy, leave it. And just taking Buddy on a walk or hike or whatever. It's a walking trail or something. And trying to give Bud a little more freedom to sniff around, because he's a red-boned coonhound and we don't really have a lot of space for him to sniff at home. So taking him to larger trails and putting him on like a 10-foot or lead. Right, Bud? Hey, out of there. Buddy, come. And having him do a lot of sniffing. And yeah, so we had breakfast today. It was 180 grams of 95.5 beef, because we've upgraded to our Costco membership and getting those 10-pound logs of 95.5 beef, and adjusting to that. We cooked that up last night, and yep. And then we added 3 eggs to that. Had 4 waffles with 40 grams of maple syrup, and that was our breakfast. Had a couple cups of coffee, and now we're doing our 10-minute walk, basically, the post eating walk kind of thing going on. And I got Buddy's invisible leash. I got him his treats, and look at this happy little guy. He's just walking. And yeah, I do have a whole lot of accessories on him, but it is what it is. Hey, Bud. We have had our pre-training meal, which is about 220 grams of cereal with less than 4 grams of fat per serving, along with 16 ounces of Fairlife fat-free milk. What we got going on today, we got 420 for 3x6, 3 minutes rest, and then the rest of the bench day shenanigans that we usually have. And that is incline dumbbell bench with the 125s, incline dumbbell skull crushers, which is really weird, probably with the 20s or 25s. Cable flies, supersetted with close grip push-ups, and then doing a little bit of biceps to tie everything together. My day got a little away from me. At least it's my fault this time, for the most part. I wanted to do stuff, and then I accidentally put myself on my bed, and when that happens, you don't do stuff. I got seduced into the warm comfort of my bed by Buddy after that walk. He said, "We're napping now," and I said, "No," and he said, "Try me," and I said, "Okay, fine." And now we're going to the gym a little later than we wanted to. Or it's about the time that we wanted to, but we want to do other things before the gym that we didn't get to. But gym is the priority, so as long it's like the bare minimum that we can do. So as long as we get to the gym whenever we need to, that's a good day for me. Trying to look at a more positive outlook going on, and trying to find more reasons that every day is a win rather than a slog and a drag to continue on, because that's not healthy. That's not a healthy mindset. So we're getting to the gym. I do feel a little tired because that walk that I took for Buddy, that nature walk that I took with Buddy, was the longest walk he's ever been on, and it was approximately an hour long of outdoors. And I don't know if I'm dehydrated I don't know if I'm lacking when it comes to carbohydrates, but I feel like I need a little bit more energy. I'm not going to go the caffeine route. I just took I took my pre-workout, which is caffeine free. It's injectable carnitine and choline from Better Through Biology, not sponsored. And yeah, so I think like part of me wants to get some coffee, because that usually makes me feel better. Decaf coffee usually at least placebos me into thinking that I've got more energy. But I don't know how I feel about doing that, because it's going to take time to consume that, and I need energy now. And then you could go donuts, but that's not really that's not really a feasible or a plausible. It's not a good solution when it comes to getting carbs into your body. I do have to pick up a little bit of something from the convenience store, because I'm still out of my carb powder. So I'm going to pick up something carb dense and Gatorade, or not something carb dense and Gatorade. I'm going to pick up a Gatorade, and man, that's concern. I really hope no one. There's a black kid walking down one of the major roads with a toy gun, making gun sounds, and I really hope no one mistakes him or anything. You don't want to see that happen. But I need to pick up my intra-set carbs, or intra-training carbs, and hopefully that will curb the is it cravings or something? I don't know, where it's like I don't know if it's hey girl. I don't know if it's cravings or something, because it's like being in tune and listening to your body, but your body is like, I want carbs, and you're like, well, what are some sources of carbs? Cravings are never good, but listening to your body is always good. So there's that catch-22 when your body is telling you to crave something because it needs something. So anyways, we're almost at the gym, and I'll see you guys when we get in there. Ripped out my pubes and call me handsome. We had a bench day today. Boys, we worked up to 420 pounds for a 3x6. Last time we touched this weight, we did a 3x5, so it's kind of cool. We're adding up reps when it comes to doing this stuff, because there are multiple ways to signify that you are getting stronger. There is increasing weight on the bar for the same number of reps. There is increasing the number of reps with the same weight on the bar, which we are doing currently. And then the last one is do the same weight, same set, same reps with less rest period. And we did 3 minutes rest. I don't remember, it may have been 4 minutes rest last time that I did this, but I don't recall, because I don't really care enough to memorize my rest periods outside of doing the day off. So, set 1. I mean, all 3 sets were pretty good, let's be honest. So what I'm working on right now is patience under tension. I've noticed that there's almost like a timer that starts when you unrack a bar, that there is some sort of, did I already mention the timer? All my blood's in my biceps right now, so my brain is not braining very brainy. So when you unrack a bar, a timer starts going off where your stabilizer, CNS, all getting activated and firing, and you can only hold on to that weight for a certain number of time, no matter how many reps, sets, or not sets, but how many reps you do with it, what tempo you're doing with it. The limiting factor is time, and I discovered this back in the day with a bunch of experimentation with 800-pound squats, and it seems to be true. So set 1, 20 seconds, set 2, 20 seconds, set 3, 19 seconds. So we did it was paused reps, but we're taking more time at the top to be more, not efficient, but structured, rigid with our form when it comes to using the hand cues. Because previously, I've been implementing 2 hand cues, and it's been taking a little while for them to kind of set in. And my coach Joe Sullivan made a post the other week about how all the best take their time under the bar. And I'm like, we never really program anything that expects me to fail. So that really makes sense that I can take more time under the bar, get more out of it because we got that timer going off, and the longer we are under the bar, the fuller we can push that balloon in the long run. So it's almost like long-term goals versus short-term goals. And then eventually we'll be able to rep out over 500 for sets of 5 and 6 cleaner than we have in the past, because my current PR is 505 for 6, but it was touch and go, not full lockout, which is the minimum amount of time under tension that you can get. So set 1, it felt a little wonky coming off or the unracking the bar, because I did a little bit of a different warm-up structure. I don't know how I feel about it, because my pecs are the, I don't want to say weakest part of my body, but like the most easily compromised muscle group of my body, because I've torn my pec twice. Not major tears, not needing repairs, not needing surgery, but I've had a little couple of crunchy benches in my past. Do not recommend whatsoever. So what I did was I took the bar, did that for 10. Took 185, did that for a set of 8. 315, set of 6. And then I jumped right into 420 sets of 6. So 3 warm-up sets, if you want to count the bar. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I don't want to do 2 plates at a time, because that is too aggressive. But also I don't want to be expending too much energy warming up and miss out on a lot of gains that I could be accumulating by not skipping warm-ups. It's not skipping warm-ups, it's warming up more appropriate to current strength levels. Because if one plate moves, like imagine if you squat 1,000 pounds, what is a 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, or 4 plate squat at that point? You could just do 2, 4, 6, and then you're almost all the way warmed up, and you've done less volume. And volume is one of those variables that you can control on meet day in order to warm up and make sure that you're warmed up by either skipping or not skipping. Like a lot of people over warm up on meet day. You'll see people repping out sets of like 5 at like 75%, and you're like, homie, this is not a training day. This is a day where you get to get fucked up with the boys. Like, you skip a warm-up, take some TS instead, you know? And for those of you who watch exuberant amount of porn, TS does not stand for transgender in this scenario. But what does TS even mean in I've probably used too many explicit words in a condensed amount of time. What does TS even mean in adult entertainment? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. And homies out there, don't report the answers. We'll know who you are, and we'll shun you forever as party poopers. But all in all, pretty good bench day. Set 1. Other than that, unrack feeling a little weird because it kind of slapped me in the face a little bit. By the time we hit the 6th rep, I was like, oh, okay, now we're good. Set 2, the left bicep was a little fatigued on the 6th rep, and then same thing on the 5th rep, a little fatigued. And so it was almost like I actually started exerting myself a little bit. I probably had 2 or 3, maybe 4 reps in reserve. Which is pretty cool to think about. Doing 420 for sets of 10 would be pretty cool, but that's not what's on the program, and I don't like counting that high if I don't have to. So accessory movements, we did 125 incline dumbbell bench. The gym homies were there, and they were talking about skin calipers, and I was like, guys, I bet you with 30-ish minutes of preparation, I can get a lower body fat percentage if I'm allowed to choose where I'm using a skin caliper to measure, because they're talking about doing the tricep or the belly, and I'm like, nah, what you gotta do is you got to spend like 10, 20, maybe 30 minutes in the sauna. And then immediately skin caliper your scrotum. You'll be 5% or below. I guarantee it. And for those of you out there, I'd put betting money on that. If catch someone off guard with that, make an extra $40. Do it. But incline dumbbell bench, 125 sets of 10, 3x10, 90 seconds rest. Pretty good. We've been doing the 125s for a bit. We might be getting close to having to increase the weight on that, but I think so. When the gym owner picked up the super dumbbells, the big dumbbells for the gym, one of, I think it was either the 130s or 135s, fell out of the truck on his way, and he said, "I'm not picking that up." So there's a set with only one dumbbell, and I don't know which one it is. The dumbbells at my gym only go up to 150, and it sucks getting stronger sometimes because you run out of the expectations of the humanity on humans is not always what you actually are. Well, wise words from a furry beast. I'm not a furry. I'm furry. I'm just fuzzy. I'm very fuzzy. I got chest hair and hair everywhere. I do need a haircut. I've been thinking about buzzing my hair. And then we moved on to the incline dumbbell skull crushers. Doing that with 20-pound dumbbells, really trying to emphasize the stretch on that. And I think I've done that adequately. I really only felt the hypoxic response of the muscles, feel the burn on the third set, which means it's time to increase the weight on that and do that with the 25s, really emphasizing the stretch on that, because we want to feel the burn on at least 2 of the 3 sets. If you feel it on the first set, chances are you might fail by the third set, given that we've got a reduced amount of rest time, being 90 seconds of rest on those, or was it 2 minutes? I did 90 seconds rest, whether 2 minutes was programmed or not. And then we did cable flies, still doing those with the same weight for a while. But as I mentioned before, my chest is really sensitive, and we're really trying to lean into feeling the stretch in the pecs and using the accessory movements as stretching under a load. So those were pretty good. Really, my triceps were really burnt out by the time I was supersetting those cable chest flies with close grip push-ups. So those were a little sloppy. And then we finished off with the dumbbell curls. Getting a full supination, pausing at the top, and slow eccentric to get the best pump possible. That's if you want to know how to get the best pump possible. Squeeze at the top, slow eccentric, full supination the entire time that you're doing it. And just make sure your elbows don't lock, because that doesn't feel good. Third set, I was like, I want to, because the burn was so good. Because I felt that was a gorgeous lady. I felt the burn on like rep 9, and I like bite the pillow and went in raw, and I finished out the last 3 reps, and it was piping hot. It was steaming like a $2 pistol, you know? But anyways, I have to pick some things up from the store. I gotta pick up mozzarella and I gotta get a new phone charger, because right now my phone charger has my phone in my bed with me, and that is my biggest pet peeve, because then I don't go to sleep on time because I get distracted. And also, I am really good at doing math. So when my alarm goes off, I can do the math and tell myself and really justify to myself, if I add 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 25 minutes here, you'll be getting this amount of sleep, you'll be waking up at this time, bada bing, bada boom, and then I wake up too late. And I'm like, why did I allow myself to do that? Why did I gaslight myself into sleeping more? So I got to fix that. So we're at Walmart, gonna pick up some mozzarella and get a new phone charger. So pump, not really that good. It felt good, but we're in a bulk, so it's not really showing good. So yes, I did do a pump check, was not happy with it, and I don't know if we're going to do pump checks going forward, because it's kind of meh. It's like, oh cool, I have a bicep vein, but that's about it. It'll be real cool before the next spring meet, which I don't have selected yet. Next sleeve meet, I'll be 330, 325, 330. So yeah, I'm 344 as of this morning. I've been 344 for about a week and a half now. Want to get up to 350, 355, but we're about 16 weeks out. So 344 right now is a good spot to be at, and like slowly as we get closer to the meet and as we add things in, the body weight's naturally going to go up. So it's a nice spot to be maintaining at, because we know that everything's going to bump us up. So anyways, I'm going to go inside because I've been rambling for way too long, and you guys probably aren't even listening anymore. It's like when my roommate talks about anything, just ignore immediately. We've got dinner. We've got 220 grams of 95.5 beef, 360 grams of Prego sauce, pasta sauce, cheese, and we're allowed to have, also 8 ounces of pre-cooked pasta, and then we cooked it. And then we're allowed to have garlic breadsticks, but I didn't have any, so I subbed it out for protein enhanced Italian bread with a tomato puree. Yeah. But what we missed a meal today, so we're trying to make up calorically for that missed meal, and so we added on that protein. It's bread, so it's like garlic bread, but it's also got some cheese and some sliced up sausage on it, so it makes it better. And then it's got that little bit of tomato puree to enhance the flavor. And I'm not in denial whatsoever. But we're gonna eat this. We're gonna watch some One Piece, and then I'll send you guys off. I think we're finally at the point in One Piece that everyone talks about when Zoro takes Luffy's pain or something like that. But we're at the end of the Thriller Bark thing, which really up to this point felt like a filler arc, because Gecko Moria was just a parallel. It just felt like they were like, let's somehow fit zombies in here, and it didn't. But everyone tells me that it gets better. Like Ennis Lobby, chef kiss, amazing. And then everyone tells me it gets a lot better after this. It's like we've got the power system in place. It's just world building after this.